Welcome to 82 Toothpicks, a podcast from the Huizinga Law Firm. I'm Thad, and I'm joined by Ethan and Jocelyn as we break down our favorite movies and uncover the estate planning gems hidden within them. From comedies and dramas to family sagas, we're talking about the films we love and the legacy lessons they teach. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's talk about the movie. Pardon me while I take a big old gulp of water before this one.
You sure that's what's in there?
I hope so, and hopefully it's not that contaminated.
We brought it special for you from Hinckley.
That was special. Great. I was like, yes, queen.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Today we're talking about probably one of the most well-known legal movies, legal dramas.
It's up there.
Is that what you would classify this one as?
It's definitely a legal drama.
Yeah, for sure. We're talking about which film, Jocelyn?
Erin Brockovich.
Perfect. What brought this one on? Why did we do this movie?
I don't know.
I think it just came up as an idea, and we all went, "Oh yeah,
duh."
It's a good one. Had we seen this one before?
I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just had to pay $3.79 for it, which I looked it up on Netflix, and it was like, remind me. So it's going to be on Netflix probably today.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Gosh.
I had to sign up for a free trial of Stars.
It was on Prime.
It was not for free. I signed up for a free trial of Stars for 7 days so I could watch the movie.
So instead of paying $3.79, you're going to end up paying $49.99 a month.
Because I'm going to cancel it
because you're going to
tomorrow.
forget about it.
Which number do you want? I paid $3.79 to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Which number would you like? 10 is the number of months my baby girl is.
5 is the number of days of my Stars free trial
remaining before I have to pay for it.
$49.99 is what I'm going to pay a month because I'm going to forget to cancel it.
Nice.
Okay, so we watched Erin Brockovich. We don't really know why we watched this one, but everybody just kind of universally agrees this is a really good lawyer movie.
Mm-hmm.
And even though this is kind of an estate planning leaning podcast, at the same time, there's room for just these legal concepts in good movies. And this is a good movie, right?
For sure. This is
a really good movie.
I really like this movie.
What'd you like about it?
So the first time I saw this, I was actually in high school, and I was recalling because I was watching it. I was like, I've seen this movie a couple times before. I don't remember the first 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I slept through it. We watched this movie with a whole group of teenagers, and I fell asleep in the chair. And 25 minutes later, I woke up and watched the rest of the movie and was totally invested.
What?
Did this movie inspire you to become a lawyer?
Not even close.
Oh.
No. The story is so good. The David and Goliath, or what's his name?
Whole bunch of Goliaths.
Yeah. What's his name's whole family. But that David and Goliath story.
That's from the movie.
I don't remember that
She
part.
says, it's like David and what's his name?
When was that?
When they're talking about if they can take on a $28 billion corporation.
Oh.
Yeah. And
gotcha.
then she says, it's like David and what's his name?
Yeah.
And he goes, it's like David and what's his name's whole family.
Oh, that part. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
Didn't he have 4 brothers? So you were inspired as a high schooler to become a lawyer by watching Erin Brockovich.
Definitely not.
After 25 minutes in.
After I slept through the first third of the movie.
Yeah.
No, that was my first experience with this movie, and I still remember finishing the movie and just being like, this was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And so getting a little bit more of the backstory where I could remember it. It was, it was just a great story from start to finish. And yeah, you really get connected to her through just little blinks or glimpses of what's going on in her life. And somehow that works to make you relate to her. And then over the rest of the story, she becomes a justice warrior. And it's really cool.
Jocelyn, what stuck out to you in the movie?
The chicken fat lady.
Oh, man.
The babysitter was your favorite character?
No. I liked how she didn't know anything about legal, like nothing. And she just walked in there and was like, I'm not leaving without a job. And she just did it and was like, this is what I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah.
And she just didn't let anybody like push her around. Like even when George was going to leave, she's like, go. Like, I want you to stay, but like, I'm not going to change who I am and what I do because You're intimidated, so kick rocks or stay, whatever. It's up to you.
I am who I am. And that was her theme through the whole movie.
Because she said, she was like, when when my two husbands left, they didn't ask anything. They just did it. So no, I'm not going to change who I am after I have my whole life.
When Ed tried to correct her, like, you should dress differently when you come to work. Or,
well,
you're a girl.
Whatever. Why aren't you out with the girls? I'm not that kind of girl.
I'm not that kind of girl.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm the wrong kind.
She just really owned who she was.
You should rethink those ties.
Yeah, that was funny. There was also several moments where I thought I would have fired her. You can, like, when he told her she needed to dress differently, because we've had that conversation at the office, right? We all collectively decided.
Thad really loves a pencil skirt and a leather vest.
I am who I am.
It's kind of skanky.
Hey, you know what? It's about relating to clients, and sometimes I got to show a little skin.
Yikes.
Okay.
They're called.
Nope.
They're called boobs, Ed.
Thanks. But there were moments, and as in the story, it makes her development much more interesting. That Ed gives her another chance and another chance and another chance. Right.
I love how he fires her, and he comes to her door and is like, so and so left a message for this. So what's going on? Tell me about this. She's like, you got to hire me back. And I want more money. And I'm going to be in my car for a long time, so I need a personal phone. And I was like, that is me, because I'm always like, how about lunch? And you're like, get out. And I'm like, okay, coffee, get out. All right.
Yeah, how many times this week have you asked me, are we having lunch on Thursday instead of Friday? Because
it's all about the culture.
Because we're not here on Friday. We're not doing that, Jocelyn.
What am I supposed to eat today?
I don't know. Bring a lunch.
Like
literally
like
the rest of the office did.
That sounds like death. Bringing my own, like, I would pay for lunch every single day if a lady walked in. Oh, I have an idea.
How?
We should hire like a little grandma. What's Amber's mom doing right now?
She is not little or old. Well, she is little. She's very little.
She's very little. She got the summer off,
has she has like 17 jobs because she's retired. So
does she want 18?
Does more than she used to do.
So she teaches 8 hours of piano a day.
She's busy.
I would cut my fingers off. But we should hire just a little old lady who doesn't.
A DLOL.
Yes.
Nice.
Correct. To make us lunch. Like, we'll buy the groceries and you just make us lunch and clean up.
We have Mike.
Mike is not a DLOL.
We honestly should. We pay her like $40.
We're not hiring somebody to cook for the office.
This is not the dumbest idea I've ever had.
You
Ethan.
are correct. It is not the dumbest idea have ever had.
It's probably top 5. I'm serious. Why not?
Because buying the groceries and hiring somebody to make them, we might as well just go out.
Fine. We'll do that then.
So Ed hires her. Right? She comes in. Don't make me beg. Don't make me beg. Hires her that day.
But she basically is like, I work here.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, she's already doing work. And this guy's like, he says, what's she doing? She works here. She goes in his office at the end of her very first day of employment and says, can I get an advance on my paycheck?
I don't want your money. Where do you think your paycheck comes from?
Like, what? Come on, man.
She had what?
Yeah.
$25 in her bank account, she says?
At that point, it was 64.
Yeah.
And then later it was 48 and then 16. And
She had 3 kids to feed. Notice when they go out to eat and...
Nope, she only orders coffee.
She had kids to feed. I get
Cheeseburger deluxe with a Coke.
No bun, no lettuce.
Can I have a cheeseburger deluxe with no bun and no cheese?
Is that kid on Adkins? What was he doing?
It was the daughter.
Oh, it was the daughter.
Yikes. Yeah. So anyway, I just that theme of her trying to support her kids and she has that breakdown where George is fixing the sink and there's a cockroach and she loses it.
Who lives like this?
Because she just got fired and she just cannot even handle how hard it is to give her kids a good place to live
and to get a job.
Yeah.
Like, because it shows her at one point searching for jobs, and it's not like she can just go work at...
How many calls did she make in that scene? Like, it's call after call after call.
Right. It's not like she's like, well, I could wait tables, but I don't want to. It's not like she's like calling on, you know.
So let's talk about the moment where she becomes a justice warrior in this movie.
Okay.
Did you notice a moment where that change happened for her?
Yeah, the pool scene.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say so. I mean, before she's like, why did you submit your medical records with your real estate contract?
Yeah.
The lady's like, I keep all the papers in the same place. And I went, well, that's not great filing.
No.
So that's where it started. Because she was like, why are these together?
I think it happened before that.
Okay.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Go.
I think she became a justice warrior when she walked out of her own trial. And the doctor got off because he's an ER surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
And he saves lives. He can't possibly have crashed into you by running a red light. When that's absolutely what happened at the beginning of the movie, right? She's got the neck brace on and everything. That's the moment when she said somebody needs to stand up to these people. And that's why she went and got a job at Ed's office.
I did not get that.
I thought she
I
got the job there because he wasn't calling her back.
Yeah, so she was pissed and went
She's
in and
like,
was like, guess what? I work here now.
He's like, I don't have any openings. And she's like, well, nobody can return a call, so it seems like you have too much to do.
Right. But why was she trying to call him? Because she didn't have a job. She couldn't provide for her kids because she couldn't work because she was hurt. She didn't get any money from being hurt by this surgeon because she lost a trial. She lost a trial because she flew off the handle.
Is your husband not helping you pay for it? Which one? There's more than one. There's two.
Yeah, she was. And like today, nobody in that jury would have blinked.
No.
At that
no.
2 divorces.
But in 1985, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Is that when it was? Like,
different world.
I was trying to figure out the time.
Yeah, Southern California for sure.
Right.
I don't know if it was 86, but it was early 90s maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then towards the end when they get the that Charles guy gives her the paperwork that he was supposed to shred and didn't, and they were trying to connect the PG&E Hinckley with the corporate. She got that paperwork and it said it was like post dated 1966. So I was like, oh wait, this must have been way earlier than I thought.
Yeah, and that was the point, right? They needed to show that they had been ignoring the problem for years.
And that's why it sat forever.
Yep.
Because it went all the way back to 1966.
Right. Right. So cool. So were you inspired by this character? I mean, is she?
Am I not that character? Minus the tramp outfit?
Okay. Tell me the similarities. Do you think you share qualities with her?
Language.
Yep. I'll give you that.
Adjectives of choice.
Yep.
4-letter words.
Sure.
Bite my ass, Krispy Kreme.
Seriously, that was a Jocelyn moment.
I literally was like, that's me.
Yep.
That's me. I think we got up on the wrong foot. That's all you have, lady.
And ugly shoes.
Two wrong feet
and ugly shoes. So I was like,
I said to Amber when we were watching, I was like, this is going to be our first explicit episode.
yes, you can't help it.
You can't get away with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
man.
so funny. I don't know. I felt like Ed and Erin were very much like Ethan and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Like,
There were several times in the movie where I was like, I literally had that interaction yesterday.
yeah. Like where he walks, the part I was telling you about.
This morning. Yeah.
Can I say it on here? Will you bleep it out?
I'll bleep it out.
When they meet with the little curly-haired PG&E guy.
Yeah.
And he's in his office and he stomps back to his office and he's yelling at her. And she's like, why are you yelling at me? And he's like, I'm pissed off. And she's like, good. And he's like, F you. And she's like, F you. And then they start laughing and he's like, I hate you sometimes. And she's like, you love me. And walks away. And I was like, that's how we roll.
We've definitely done that.
Yeah, it's funny. Have you not heard it?
I mean,
so Erin Brockovich, the actual person, says the film is probably 98% accurate
get off that page. You're going to ruin the game.
to what happened.
Let me see a picture of her in real life.
Wikipedia.
Get off the
that
internet.
page. Get off the phone.
So what's cool about that is this was a crusader kind of story, and people like this is a well-liked film for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And it's true.
Yep.
right? I mean, we just watched another true story, Bernie, right?
Mhm.
Bernie was a true story.
Yep.
It's pretty cool that some of those things can show up in popular film, popular media, and be accurate, and people want to know these stories.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I also feel like I really liked the way that she connected with the people. I don't know the right word for them. The victims, not the victims, but
victims is right.
because when they went, her and Ed went to the house and we're talking to those two couples,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "No, I'm not giving you 40%." She's like, "I know, right? But think of it this way." And then they were like, "Oh, yep." And then when they switched it, and the lady with the effing ugly shoes was there talking to the victims, whatever, and they were like, "No,
Get out.
you're screwing us over. This is a hoax.
Don't send her back.
Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, somebody put a letter in
The newspaper.
and they were like, "We're not doing this." No, because they had that connection
Because they
with,
didn't trust
Right.
the highfalutin lawyers and paralegals. They trusted Erin
right.
and Ed because they were relatable.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I liked that part. I thought that was probably what sold it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, had it been a high power lawyer,
Do you
It
remember?
wouldn't have come out how-
There were some really, really touching moments when Erin was talking to the different families.
mm-hmm.
There's the moment when she convinces that the first family, and I cannot remember.
Jensens.
Yes. And she's talking to the mom, and the mom looks around and she's processing, and she looks outside, and
At the pool.
camera just sits on the kids in the pool, and it just stays there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel the weight of
Mhm.
that settling, and it just stays there. And then it switches back, and she jumps up and gets the girls out of the pool. Like, those moments are so powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no dialogue. Like, it's just sit in the silence, and
Like,
and
it's
the
like you have to
aftermath.
figure out, like, I remember watching this a long time ago. I'm like, why is that? Like, why is she freaking out about the pool? Like, because I just didn't put it,
Mhm.
you know,
Well,
this
when
is an older
you're younger,
movie.
yep.
Yeah. But,
Or when she goes and visits the family with the little girl who
I hate that part.
she's got the
Mhm.
her head covered and everything because she's had cancer treatments,
Mm-hmm.
and she's kind
That's
of not giving her a hard time. She's kind of lifting her up and saying, you give all the boys a hard time, and she kind of presses that, and then there's just silence, and it's just her looking at this little girl and looking back. Man, it breaks your heart.
I like the part. So when Matthew, the son, is like pissed at her for working all the time, I like that part because I feel like I could relate to that part in a sense, like with my kid, because Cash is probably around, he's what, 8? He's 10
Whatever.
or something.
Yeah, I mean,
but
in
kind of that
ballpark.
age,
eight,
like
8 at the beginning of the movie.
yeah. I feel like I could relate to that, not because like I work to, or like I am working nights and I can't be there, but like later on when like he's mad at her for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
And then when he's going through the signed documents in the hotel,
Yeah.
and he's like,
He realizes
she's
this little
my
girl.
age.
Yeah,
Is she sick? Yeah. Well, why can't her mom take care of her? And she's like,
because her mom's
because
sick
her
too.
mom's sick too.
Yeah.
And I like, you
And
can
he-
see
he-
him just change.
He processes it, and he gets up and
"Oh."
says, "Can I get you some breakfast?
Eggs, okay.
You want some eggs?"
With some eggs.
Eggs would be perfect.
That's cool.
Eggs would be perfect.
You're right. I mean, it's those relatable moments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought those were the things that cement this movie for me as
Mhm.
just a really good movie.
Sure. What?
I'm just thinking of the part when at the end when he gives her her bonus and she flips
Oh, yeah.
out
He
before
says,
she
you
even
have
looks
to
at
trust me.
Yeah.
How many?
Trust you? How can I trust you? And she just freaks out. And then I was like, and then just says, do they teach beauty queens how to apologize? Because you suck at it. And then she sits down and is like, thank you.
Because and of course that's the callback to when she said that to him
Mhm.
when he
Yeah.
lost her trial, and
Yeah.
she's pissed off. So yeah.
Cool.
Thad,
Yeah,
we have a
lot-
game.
A lot of powerful stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
we absolutely have a game. I told you to. All right.
Do we need the buzzers?
We don't need the buzzers.
Jocelyn is
Stupid.
aggressively buzzing in.
That's because I searched for these and they're obnoxious and hideous, but I love them. And we've only gotten to use them like once.
We used them a couple times.
We've used them lots of times. What are you talking
I
about?
have. That's because I always have to do the game. So the one time I get to play the game, Please let us use the buzzer.
Fine, you can use a buzzer.
Yes!
So we're still going to take turns, though, but you can absolutely buzz in on your turn.
Forget it. I don't want to use a stupid buzzer. It's no fun if I don't have to beat the buzzer.
The movie's based on a true story, as we've talked about earlier, right? So I made a game where I'm going to give you a series of true or false questions.
From her real, if you asked like her sister's name or something stupid that nobody would ever know about her in her real life, I'm going to get out of this.
It's fine. I don't have one about her sister's name.
You just crossed it off.
It's good. It's good. So we'll rotate. If you get it wrong,
Steal.
I mean,
What?
it's true or false. So
So it's got to be be a buzz.
Talk.
No, it's fine. We'll just play the game.
It'll be fine. All right.
You guys are so boring. I can't.
Here's the thing.
stand it.
Question 1 is now a softball. True or
Wait,
false?
what?
It's a softball question.
What does that mean?
It means I'm
It's
going to
easy to
lob
hit.
you an easy one. So the real Erin Brockovich claimed the film was 98 to 99% accurate.
True.
Ethan, do you want to give us this?
Why can't I have
Jocelyn
it?
can
You
give us
got
that
it.
one.
True. Good
That
job.
one is true.
Good call.
Okay. I love that. I hate when you see like based on a true story and then people are like, yeah, the name of the team is true. They were called the Titans.
That one guy was in this story, but everybody else was made up.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. It's like how based. Like
Yeah.
So yeah, 99% true is I love that.
That's awesome.
Okay. Question 2. Julia Roberts was the first woman to earn $20 million for a single film role.
That is true.
It is true, Ethan. 20 mil.
I knew that.
How do you know that?
I do not know, but I knew that about this movie.
Yeah.
Weird.
But it makes sense. I mean, she is in
Oh, yeah.
every scene.
Yeah,
like
she crushes it in
She
this
does.
movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
I love that part. How did you do that? It's favors. I gave. Then that one guy's like,
The guy in the back is sitting there laughing.
I'm actually quite tired. That's great. I love it.
All right. The character George, the biker boyfriend, was completely fictional and not based on anyone in Erin's real life.
I'm going to say false because how else would she have done it?
Correct. It is false.
Did you know what I noticed when she goes into Matthew's room that night when he like bucks her back and is like, ooh, he has a Jurassic Park poster in his room.
I saw that. I pointed that out.
Yeah, did you?
Yep.
It's like, that kid believes in dinosaurs.
Yeah.
What a pathetic loser.
So they did date. They were a couple, but they did break up. But then she hired him to be a live-in nanny.
Like in the movie.
Yep. Okay.
She didn't hire him at the end of the movie, though. They got back together.
Well, there's the
it's
scene where she calls
implied.
him and he like comes to the hotel.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like, how long is it going to take? Like 3 days. Like, all right. Have they had dinner yet? Like,
Why'd you call me?
Yep.
George, I'm sorry. Bleh. Give me the
Yeah.
keys. Shut up.
But then at the end, she takes him along and they go and see the.
Yeah.
When she
Jensen.
tells Mrs. Jensen about the award, and he's just grinning like an idiot.
I
right?
like that when he was like, "Why am I here?" And she's like, "I want to see what you were. I want you to see what you were a part of, what you helped do."
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, that's really impactful because he never really related to it until that moment where she told his family that lives in a. I mean, the house could have blown down in a stiff breeze.
Whose?
Jensen's,
Oh,
and she tells him, "You're going to get $5 million," and she goes, "I don't know how much money that is.
mm-hmm,
How cool."
mm-hmm.
Right.
Huge.
all right. Question 4. Erin Brockovich was still working as the director of research at Ed Masry's law firm 10 years after the events in the movie.
True.
It is true. Yep. She was
win.
immediately promoted to research. There's a whole scene where she's like, gosh, filing is a lot less work than investigating.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that part.
Yeah,
love
where
that
she's trying to get a raise.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Question 5. Julia Roberts thanked Erin Brockovich in her Academy Award acceptance speech for Best Actress.
true.
I think that's false.
It is false.
Stupid. I hate these games. They're so dumb. Who came up with this idea?
After the award, she thanked her and said, "This was my Albert Einstein moment for getting to thank the person the movie was based on." All right.
She's killing for sport.
The real life Erin Brockovich sold rights to her story to Universal for $1 million.
Probably false because $1 million wouldn't have been enough for her at that time.
You are exactly right.
She's got
Really?
a bonus of $2 million.
Yeah.
No way $1 million is enough.
Right. Is that what it says?
You're right, but the wrong way. She sold it for $100,000 so she could tell the story.
Wow.
$100,000?
Yep.
Wait, what? So they like
She wanted
I
the
will take
story
less
out.
money. but I want to tell it the right way.
That is cool.
Yep, good for her. All right, true or false? The opening car crash scene was created using a stunt driver and a radio-controlled car.
I think yes, true.
I don't know.
It is true. I'd love that because it like shows her get into the car and then just drive away. But that wasn't her. Like, I don't know.
How do they do car
I
crashes
have
in movies?
no idea, but that's nuts.
Stunt drivers, radio-controlled cars. It was literally in the question.
You just got the answer.
All right, the real Erin Brockovich never got sick from Hinckley's toxins during the case.
That's false.
It is false. She did get sick and was hospitalized.
Mm-hmm.
There's
what?
that scene where she's like diving into wells and stuff.
She gets sick
Oh,
from
that's
that.
what it's from?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
But that never happened in real life?
it did happen.
Yes, correct.
Oh, I thought you said false.
Wait,
The
hold
question
on,
was
where
she
am I?
never got sick. That's false.
she
she
never-
did
okay,
get sick.
yep.
Yeah, it was not dramatized. That was a true thing.
All right. Ed Masry, portrayed by Albert Finney, died from complications related to diabetes.
True.
All right, Wilford.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
That's true. He has this scene where he's like, I've had a quadruple bypass.
Yes.
I was born with one kidney. I've had cancer. Died of diabetes.
I got the diabetes.
Yep.
Anybody got time for that? I know it's not two different things, but it's funny.
Have a cup of coffee, Ed.
I love bunt cake.
Yes, yeah, that one.
And he died of diabetes. The real killer. He's the victim. All right.
Here we go.
Ed Masry's family sues little old lady for giving him bunt cake.
Oh, you know what part really, like, I kind of felt deep? Like, I don't know. The part where she must have had, the Jensen lady had cancer, and she had
Oh,
a mastectomy
yeah,
and a what's it called?
hysterectomy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's like, do you think you're still a woman if you don't have a uterus or boobs?
Yeah.
And
Heartbreaking.
she's like, I think you're an even better woman because you don't have to worry about underwire or maxi pads.
yeah.
And I feel like that is why people connected with her, because she was just so real and like,
Yeah.
and not a cold-hearted
Yeah, for sure.
lawyer. You know, I don't know.
Easy.
A cold-hearted Ethan. Go. Next question.
She literally replaced the curse word in that statement with the word lawyer. Cold-hearted lawyer.
Be lawyer.
Yeah.
I love that line. I hate lawyers. I just work for one.
I tell people that all the time.
Well, it's so
kidding.
unique because like people want to find somebody they can relate to,
Mhm.
and most people have this this view of lawyers as out for the paycheck, right? And the whole point of the movie was there's this other law firm that does things by the book and is clean cut and well dressed and just like, we are successful at this, and the people in the town could not have cared less about them.
Yeah.
Wow, it's kind of like us.
I mean,
Like our lawyer wears khaki pants and a teal polo.
Right.
And they love us here.
Hey, it's about relating to the people, right?
but
You're going to have to wear a leather vest.
we are
I'm
intentional about that because when I started my practice.
Stop.
Easy.
You have like a little onesie on underneath.
I started.
Onesie?
Yikes.
Oh, a t-shirt?
Does it snap at the crotch?
Of course. That's how it stays in. Yours doesn't?
Not this one. Oh my God, that was great.
It connects to my socks. All right.
Nice. When I started my practice, I had been in a couple other law firms, and I just didn't want to be that. I didn't want to practice that way. I didn't want to live that way. I didn't want people to see me that way. And so every single step of my career since that moment has been, we're not like other lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you look around at the office we built, it's not like other lawyers. It's on purpose
Mhm.
because it's hard to go someplace and write their stuffy. And the gal, I don't remember her name, the woman with the
redheaded
with the
woman?
ugly shoes.
Oh, yes.
She's-
Teresa.
Yeah, there you
Mm-hmm.
go. I don't want to be like that. She's not relatable. She says, please keep the emotional details to a minimum.
Yes, I caught
that will help
that.
me. I was like, you suck.
Yeah.
I love the scene where it's nighttime and the couple walks into the law office and they're like, is that Erin's desk? We're just going to walk over to that.
Yeah.
Like the access that the clients had.
Yeah.
They're like, can we just tell our story?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you hire the right people, right? Because Ed wasn't there,
Hmm.
but Erin was.
Mhm.
She was there and she cared about them. And that's why they they came in because...
And that's why they got all 634.
That's right. All 634 signatures.
Yeah.
Plaintiffs.
Yeah. All right. Ready for more?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the game's not over yet?
A couple more.
Jeez.
All right. The real judge, Leroy Simmons, who officiated Hinckley versus P&G, was retired when he recreated his own role for the film.
True.
It is. Did you guys know that was the actual judge?
That's
No.
cool. There's no way that, like the way you asked that question, there's no way it could have been false.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Um,
How many
Ask it.
how many
Oh, here we
dead
go.
frogs did she fish on?
true or
What?
false? Erin Brockovich is dyslexic.
True.
It is true.
Like,
Can you imagine reading all of those files? And like, she's like, oh, it takes me longer to read.
I'm a slow reader.
the
Yeah.
lady turns
does
the
say
light on
that.
for her.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because of her
and then
dyslexia.
she smiles at her. She like that was a moment where you could see a change in her.
Yes.
As
Yep.
the lady turns the light on, you could see her about to cuss her out, and she grins.
Well, that and like everyone at that office other than Ed was so mean to her.
Yeah.
They all hated her.
Right up until she started bringing her kids to work.
Yeah, because then the lady scoots.
Slides
yeah.
the dish of candy on the counter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got one more?
True or false? Erin Brockovich was Miss Wichita.
True.
False.
False.
What?
Yep.
That's what it says in the movie.
Sure does, but it's false.
You didn't say the real Erin Brockovich.
She was Miss Topeka.
Miss Pacific Coast. She's from California.
Wow.
Never been to Wichita.
I mean, her and
What
most
a
of the
weird
rest of
thing
the
to
country.
change.
Yep.
Yeah, but it makes her small town.
Yep.
Fair.
That right there's
Isn't Wichita huge?
it's in Kansas.
I
Sorry,
miss
Kansas.
There's no
Omaha.
place like home.
That's a different episode. All right, Dad. Good
Cool.
game. That was fun.
Love it.
Who won?
Oh.
Yes. Ty.
I didn't.
Jocelyn won 6-5.
There you go. Nice job.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, let's talk a little about estate planning. That was a challenge for me. I was watching this one trying to like find the estate planning stuff.
Mhm.
But did you guys see anything that jumped out to you? Like, even though it's a law movie about a completely different style of law, was there estate planning themes?
There's an interesting, I don't know, situation that comes up when someone is sick and someone else is making decisions for them.
Sure.
And they don't really get into that in this movie, but there were lots of moments where someone was signing a paper on behalf of someone else. Or, right, the little girl was sick
Mm-hmm.
and her parents were pursuing the litigation, right? And it's not the point of the movie, but I was noticing that. And the other thing that really kind of I paid attention to was there was never a time when Erin and Ed were telling them, you're going to need to get someone appointed to make decisions about this or anything like that, right? In most cases, if someone is pursuing litigation on behalf of someone else, there's either a power of attorney or a guardianship that gets set up, sometimes a conservatorship. And that was a really interesting detail that got left out, but it's only interesting to me, right? Because I'm the lawyer who does that stuff. And then all of the times when they're getting money or pursuing money and nobody's talking about what are the Jensens going to do with $5 million. And she says, this was the one estate planning moment in the movie. She says, it's for you and your girls and their girls and their girls will have whatever they need. That was cool. And also I thought $5 million isn't going to go that far.
I thought the same. That I was like, I think it was $3 million.
Especially in Los Angeles.
It was
$5.
$5 million.
I thought it was 3.
They got $333 million total.
Why? I literally was
But then
like,
they took 40%, split the other part by 600.
Yeah.
So why do you think the Jensens got more?
Because the Jensens were the initial plaintiff.
Okay.
Because they were all sick. Because her story was the most
Compelling.
I'm not necessarily compelling because the little girl from I don't remember the other family's name, but she was her story was really, really tough too. I think just the way Mrs. Jensen was presented throughout the movie, they're hooking you into that specific story, and she was the original plaintiff. And so I think that's part of it.
Interesting.
Are you raising your hand?
I was stretching my wrist.
So
Why?
So that moment where she says, you have everything you need, and your girls have everything they need, and their girls. And I thought, that's not how, it's not how it's going to work. In most cases. Most people get a windfall like that. And again, not that she didn't deserve it or anything like that, but they get this windfall, big amount of money all at once, and they go and blow it. And it's not like it happens overnight, but it happens quickly. And, unless they do some intentional work to preserve it.
Should they get a first party trust or a third party trust?
Well, it depends if there is actually special needs, right? So if mom is trying to set up a trust for her kids, right, in that story, then probably it's going to be definitely a third party trust, and how it gets managed depends on what the kids need and things like that. So yeah, that was the estate planning moment, and that's when I looked at my wife and said, "Hey, estate planning movie."
Yeah, no, that's good. I also love the idea that a single mom with 3 kids gets a $2 million bonus check.
Yeah, that's cool.
She definitely doesn't want to be paying that to an ex-husband, right? So
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
The total settlement was $333 million. I heard $33 million, and I was like, so I was like, why are they happy when they said, like, yes, they're happy because it's a lot of money, but I thought
$33 million between 634 plaintiffs is like $5,000 each.
Well, that, and like when they were talking they had that like meeting, that town hall meeting or whatever, they said like 4 million or 40 million to like
400.
Yeah. And I was like, so they didn't even, so I heard 33 million and I was like, what? But it says 333 million. Erin had 2.5 million was her bonus, and the law firms was 133.6 million.
That's why they bought the new skyscraper, or at least a floor of it.
Yeah. Big,
and it was settled in
fancy
1996, it says.
Wow. Okay. And she got a new blazer.
She did.
That she didn't pay for.
Yeah,
like he just gave it to her.
That was cool, right? Like that was a moment. That was a moment where their relationship was cemented, right? He said,
"Here's $5,000.
Here's $5,000.
Get a nanny.
Look outside." And she was like, "What?" She looked up, and you could see the car there when the guy was walking away, but she didn't notice it. And she looks up, and she's got the keys. Yeah, that was cool.
Sure,
I'll take a new car. My car's fine, but I will take $5,000.
I am just amazed that it took her this long into the podcast to ask for a car.
My car's fine. But I am going to be in my car lot, so I need one of those phones, like those personal phones.
It doesn't get any signal.
I loved that. What does she call it?
So were you convinced?
What does she say?
Were you convinced that guy was going to kill her?
No.
Or attack her?
No.
I thought sure that was some kind of an intimidation thing from the company. Right, because somebody called her.
So I did think that, but it was the Scott guy, and she was like, "That hot breath, that hot breathing, get off it." Yeah. The scanner copy guy or the water.
Yeah,
guy.
he kept showing up and looking at her, and it was weird.
Yeah,
ask for her phone number, and
I thought he was going to kill me, and then I thought he was trying to pick me up, which maybe he is. I don't even know, but really, it turns out.
And Ed's like, "Calm down.
You're so easy to talk to."
And in that moment, I was like, "Huh."
Yes.
I've had this conversation with Jocelyn.
That is like me. Like, oh my God. Blah, 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 and you're like, just what is happening? I'm like, well, just shut up and listen for just a second.
Take a breath. It's going to be okay.
Cool. So I have a movie rating system where I give every movie that we watch a rating of 0 to 10 based on 3 categories. If you laugh, cry, and think, and a bonus point if you'd watch that film again.
0 to 3.
0
each
to 3.
Category.
Yeah.
The bonus point.
That's it. So, Jocelyn, ladies first.
Crap.
Walk us through this one.
A 3 for laugh.
Ooh,
because there were there were funny parts.
I laughed out loud too.
The bite my Krispy Kreme. I was like, I feel like I've said that to Thad. Well, I literally was like, I'm going to say that to Thad.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Sure.
I didn't cry, but I'll give it a 2 for cry because it was like the little girl with the cancer part, like was
Mrs.
sad.
Jensen with her. Yep.
Yep.
Sure.
And
even Erin's story is pretty touching.
Yes, because you're looking at it and you're like, oh, shit like that.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
That would be so hard. And now, like, you have to go to work, and who's going to watch your kids? Like, what are you going to do? You can't take your kids to work every day, but you have to go to work.
Yep.
Chicken fat lady. Like, ugh.
Who drops him off an hour early because she had stuff to do?
With George.
George.
Of all people, George. But kudos to George, for real. I love George. I liked their relationship, too.
Yeah, he was
I
cool.
thought they were cute.
All right, so you're at
What's the question?
3 for laugh, 2 for cry.
2 for think.
Okay.
And I would watch it again.
That's an 8.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I know. I love this movie.
Great.
It's a great movie.
How about that?
I was
Oh,
going to give it a 2.
yeah. So laugh too. I definitely laughed out loud a couple of times. Like you guys, we were texting each other quotes from the movie that we were all laughing
That
at.
was
So I think 2 for laugh is appropriate. Julie Roberts just does such a good job.
Jeez.
Like she has this way of like looking at somebody seriously but saying something funny and sarcastic. Cry. Give me one on cry.
Boy, you just hate people.
I
don't
was going
you?
to say, I'm heartless.
I don't hate people. I just like for
The worst.
okay. So other movies we watch like where there's like crazy tear jerking moments. It's like somebody died. Like we didn't lose a single character in that whole thing, and they won. Like I don't know. I didn't even come close to crying in that movie.
So maybe I should be the one going to the nursing homes and stuff.
Seems like.
Right?
If you could just keep the emotional dialogue out of it.
I feel like you're like that. And I would be like,
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Rita, I want to hear all about your son that you don't have that you think you have
Mhm.
because you're losing it. I'd love to hear about it.
I get you.
It's okay. I mean, it doesn't.
yeah,
Not
sure.
everybody responds the same way.
Because
Think
he's heartless. That's why.
think I'll give it a 2. They wrestle with some like relatability themes. But it doesn't. It there's always a good guy, bad guy, like David Goliath.
Yep.
Right. There isn't any sort of like what
Yeah,
what is
It's a pretty straight-
ethics.
It's a pretty straightforward story.
Yeah, and I would watch that one again. I mean, it's just well done. So give me a 6.
I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
And I'll explain that in a second. But I do think this is one of my favorite legal dramas. Like I think this is for sure top 5 for me, and it might be top 2.
3? What? What's the other one?
Lincoln Lawyer.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's on the list
It's
for
got Matthew McConaughey.
for later.
McConaughey. McConaughey.
Go ahead.
You're
So
the
we'll watch that
worst.
one later. That's a great story too. But that one's
Wait, I
more
think I've
about
seen that.
that one's more about the lawyer. This one is about the paralegal or the assistant. So, but the story is great, and so I just really like this as a legal drama. I thought it was really great. So 7 comes from. I give it a 2 for think.
Okay.
A 2 for cry.
Okay.
A 2 for laugh. And I definitely will watch it again.
Interesting. I love doing these rankings because there have been other movies on the podcast where you gave them 3 in every category but wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This one you gave 2 in every category but would watch again.
Yep.
Like there's just this charm factor.
Yep. There's a hook.
Yep.
There for sure.
Who came up with this rating?
Me.
Me. It was me.
It was me.
It was me.
Let the record show that Thad came up with this rating system.
We know. He never shuts up about it. Oh, I came up with this rating. Let me just explain it to you.
Hey, don't be jealous. But Erin Brockovich? Good suggestion, Joss.
It was me?
I guess.
Yeah, you came up with this one.
I did?
Sure did.
I'll take the credit. It was me.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to 82 Toothpicks. This episode featured your hosts, Ethan, Jocelyn, and Thad breaking down the movie. Want more? Check out Ethan's book, It's Not Too Late, for insights on securing your own legacy. Visit us at heisingalaw.com for all things 82 Toothpicks, including past episodes and more. If you enjoyed the show, follow us wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. You know the drill. And remember, every movie is an estate planning movie.